Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies Podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies Podcast.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Baseball Card Junkies Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own on YouTube.
And it's your boy, Mr. Enfuego. I'm pretty sure y'all tired of me already, so
it's good to be back, Battle.
Glad to have you back.
If you are new to the podcast in any way, shape, or form, or new to the channel, it has been almost a year since we posted a podcast here on this channel. Mr. Enfuego has been doing a version of the podcast on his channel, and be sure to check out his channel still. He has the Baseball Card Junkies Podcast Extra Innings show on Mondays nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank you guys very much for being here. I had a rough year. I had some health issues. It's really good to be back doing what I love, and I appreciate each and every one of you for either being here in the live stream, watching the replay, listening on your favorite podcast format, which will go down on Mondays now. We've got some minor changes. We used to run on Saturday night. We're doing Sunday night now. Next week, we're going to be an hour later even. We didn't want to step on the toes of other YouTube streamers. And yeah, it's good to be back talking about baseball cards and what we love. And we've been chatting here for a little bit before the podcast started. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today and bring back to you. And again, thank you guys again for being here. So without further ado, unless you've got something you want to shout out in the intro here, Mr. Enfuego, I'm going to get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, we are going to start with our upcoming releases. Okay, we talked about a lot of these things in Baseball Card Podcast Extra Innings on Mr. Enfuego's channel last week, but we're just going to go over some things again here. Biggest thing, May 7th, 2025, Bowman Baseball is out. One of the highly anticipated biggest baseball card releases of the year. All formats except for mega boxes will be out on the 7th. And if you guys have been watching YouTube at all, if you type that in, there's actually a couple of videos of it out already. This always happens. Some people get lucky and they get it before the release date. I have to say it's a really nice looking set. We got blasters coming in at around $40, hobby boxes around $325, jumbo about $625, and Breaker's Delight around $620. As also, if you were lucky enough to get a pre-order of this on Topps, it was quite a bit cheaper, but it's real difficult to get things on Topps. Just they sell out quickly. If you can get them, if you just got to make sure you get on the website, get signed in, put something in your cart, get it going. New news that we have for the Bowman release is the Red Rookie Redemption, which we're going to talk about a little bit later here in our banter section of the podcast. But as far as new news goes for 2025 Bowman, that was the big news that came out this past week. And yeah, May 7th on that. We also have 2025 Donruss Baseball on May 28th. Topps Sterling was projected for April 25th. I just want to throw this out there. Topps Sterling does not have a release date still updated on that. April 25th was what it was. So check for updates on that as well. And we also, May 7th also has 2024 National Treasures, which we talked about a little bit last week as well. That is an expensive one, coming in at about $825-ish, I believe. It's got that really good rookie class. If you're still looking for your Paul Skenes and things of that nature, it's really expensive. It's Panini though, so they are beautiful cards for that price point. That's a little bit, that prices me out quite a bit. But if you're someone that likes the higher end, nice cards, want to pay crazy money and not have any logos, that will be for you. What do you think of our upcoming releases there, Battle?
Well, just to touch up on the Bowman, I wanted to pick your brain. So
Sure.
you know how they first came out with the retrofractors? It was Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson. For this go around, we're going with Brooks Robinson and Steve Carlton. You think they're gonna get the hype as every other previous edition of it?
I don't, but I was never a big fan of the retrofractor hype anyway. I understand Babe Ruth and stuff like that, but it just never appeals to me to get a retired player in like a Bowman product. I buy a Bowman to get the prospects and the rookies too, mostly the prospects.
Okay.
So this this is something that if I pulled it, I'd be like, oh, sweet. Maybe I grade it. Maybe I probably don't. And I just try to sell it as fast as I can, as close to release date, because I see it going nowhere but down. I could be wrong. I need to look up. I should look and see what the Babe Ruths are still going for. There was a lot of hype on them when that first came out, but
yeah. And then the second one, the anime.
Oh, the anime inserts that have been out a couple years. Yeah.
They actually did a twist to it.
Okay.
They have the anime kanji variations. And the only ones that will get those are the Japanese players that actually played in the big leagues. So some of the names, they have Ichiro, future Hall of Famer. Okay, well, he's already been selected, just waiting to be enshrined. You got Roki Sasaki. You got Godzilla, Hideki Matsui. And then you got Mr. 50-50 himself, Shohei Ohtani.
I dig it. I like the anime cards. I'm thinking if I'm a kid and I'm opening this product and I pull that insert, I'd lose my mind.
Definitely.
With popularity of anime. So they're really cool looking cards. They're super fun. And with the way the Japanese players are like just killing it in baseball right now, it makes a lot of sense. So I dig it. Some top names people are looking for in Bowman. Bowman first. We got the Charlie Condon from the Colorado Rockies,
which is a first. Finally, the Rockies are getting some love.
For reals. I love it. We also have Jesus Made. I want to say Jesus Made every time I see it, but prospect coming up in the Brewer system. We've got a couple of sons in this, and what I mean by that, David Ortiz has his two sons, D'Angelo and I lost the name of the other one, just slipped my mind. But also Manny Ramirez's son and Caminetti's son and Prince Fielder's son. They're all in this release, which I know they're not probably on the list of like the top cards to get, but I've always like Bo Bichette, my favorite player. Dante Bichette's son. Now, I was big on that when he came up. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Also, sometimes these players that have been in baseball, professional baseball, their entire lives are some of the biggest names in baseball. So those are sneaky ones that I'm looking out for.
Well, I will say those names you just mentioned are definitely on the list to chase if you want to feel old.
For reals. So kind of digging on that. We also, May 28th, the Donruss Baseball. Donruss Baseball is always going to, no matter what, I know the no logo stinks for a lot of people, but it's always going to hold a place in my heart because it's a cheap baseball product that was fun to open. All the cool inserts, maybe a little bit of overkill.
Yep.
I'm kind of scrolling over it right now.
You got the leprechaun skin, you got the pixie dust parallels.
100%. So here we got a Dylan Cruz rookie. We've got I don't know what set that they're
And they do sneak
showing
in
off
some of the
here.
old heads too. Like I think Judge is going to be in this one as well. Look, there goes
Yeah.
the Skenes.
There's a rated prospect of Charlie Condon we were just talking about for Bowman.
Yep.
That's an old school Donruss signature series look card. That's cool looking. That's a nice throwback there. We got Cal Ripken Jr. signature series. That's a throwback for the 1996 set.
There goes
There's
Man
the
Ram.
hit list. So, fun stuff.
Yeah.
It is about $190 for a hobby box of this right now. It does, on average, Panini, on average 3 autos and mem cards in it. So that can make it worth it. It's kind of fun.
And wishful thinking, the price may drop later on after release.
It should already. The price is that's too high. Almost $200 for that. I mean, with the 3 autos, if you for we're getting 3 autos and 3 mems out of it, I maybe stretch to 150, but that's how baseball cards are right now. Baseball cards are popular. This is a good thing. We like to collect. We like the hobby. We've got to find different ways to buy our baseball cards if buying boxes is just not working anymore. Just my thought on that. I buy a lot of stuff on eBay, a lot of singles now because opening stuff is not set for my budget any longer. Just my thoughts on that.
Agreed.
All right. I think that's all I've got for the upcoming. Let's get into some product reviews.
Let's do it.
My favorite product review this week was the 2025 Topps Chrome Black. It's better than it's ever been, in my opinion.
Okay.
Topps Chrome Black's format has changed a little bit. You get 2 packs instead of 1 pack. You get 6 cards in each, so you're going to get 12 cards there, and you still get your encased auto.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a bunch of this. The inserts are cool. I saw more good autograph hits than not. It's still kind of a lottery ticket. You could pay $250. It's a lot more expensive than it was in previous years too. You are getting a little bit more, but I saw some good autos. I saw some really fun inserts, and the cards are beautiful. The cards are every year they've been beautiful. They're beautiful again this year. That is all.
I mean, for a base card, you really can't go wrong because you do have a combination of the chrome with a little satinish finish to it, and that's just the base. Now, the parallels, completely different animal. The parallels actually pop because I think last year you just had like a little circular dot behind the actual player, and that was about it. And then they've got the new inserts, the nocturnal, I think it's the spotlight, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the only concern that I do have, though, because I know it was a bit of a bumpy road last year, was the Depths of Darkness. Okay, so I ended up getting a Depths of Darkness, and from my perspective, it was practically flawless.
Okay,
but when I sent it off for grading, somebody at PSA was like, not today, Junior. I ended up walking around with a 5. So when I looked at, because I know I was watching Striker's video, and he did show a Depths of Darkness that he did pull. We're talking minimum 6 layers of cardboard stock to build that card.
Yeah, the Depths of Darkness has got that shadow box vibe going to it. Yeah. Super cool looking card. They're awesome. I can see with as thick as they are being a real problem for PSA.
Correct.
They're going to the corners are not going to be good. And when I say problem for PSA, I mean problem for you or people that send to PSA. They're not going to grade well, I would think, for the most part. I don't know. That's something I know you like to have like a lot of your cards, especially your Julio Rodriguez is graded. That's something I would hold off on grading.
And to be honest, I mean, if you are a diehard collector and you just want it encapsulated, grade irrelevant, by all means, do what you feel it's right for your collection. You know, everything that I have of that particular player is going in a slab, and I could care less of the grade because it's not going nowhere.
True that. I would. Do you ever look to see on eBay if there's any already graded that you could purchase that are already graded to kind of save you on the?
I've already looked,
fee?
and
Yeah.
there's none right now. I do know that there's a Depth of Darkness Raw J-Rod, and the last bid is about $162 with 3 days left.
Not too bad. All right.
But the new inserts, though, I am digging, though.
Yeah, there was Hit the Lights, I believe, was the other one.
That's the one that I like. I think
that's a cool looking card.
The one they advertised, I think it was Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt.
I like those.
I think on Jab's Family, I think he pulled like Vlad's Hit the Lights. Let's see. Nocturnal's the one they show here. Yeah, Hit the Lights. And I did see that rookie design variation, what they've done in previous years too. It just obviously looks a little bit different this year. So yeah.
Overall, no complaints with that card, with that product.
All right. Another big one this week was, mostly, I think more last week this came out. Topps Heritage. 2025 Topps Heritage came out not too far along after 2024 Topps Heritage came out. Beautiful set. Very popular amongst the card, set collectors.
Right.
2024 there was a lot of people that were upset with how much it cost. But the rookie class is kind of what brought it to that. The rookie class is insane in that. So Topps Heritage came out. I've watched a lot of openings on that. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of sneaky parallels in this stuff. They do have a lot of the cards flipped over. Sometimes you flip them over and you're like, what did I get? And they got the cartoon variations. They've got image variations, which some of them, unless you you check the back and you see that it says image like close to the number, you don't know, but some are obvious. They did put the blue sparkle parallel into the hobby boxes. That was something before that was in usually like the Walmart mega boxes.
Yeah.
Those are not numbered. I love the way those look. I like sparkly things. There's that. I know in the mega boxes, I believe they have like the red or pink speckle. Those are also not numbered. It's a lot of fun stuff to collect. But some people might not like the fact it's like watered down with a lot of stuff that's not numbered. Some people prefer the numbered cards for the rarity.
I mean, and if I had to do a critique on Heritage as a whole, they got to figure out a better way with these exclusives. Because, I mean, if you actually have somebody other than a set collector who, let's just say a parallel collector, you know, if they want to collect that rainbow of that particular player, you know, you're forcing his or her hand and diving into each format. Okay. And a lot of these collectors just don't really have the financial means of doing so unless they take the third market route, such as eBay, ComC, anything like that. But I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. Nice looking set here. Showing off to those watching on YouTube with us. There's a blue sparkle of James Wood. We got a nice auto of Paul Skenes.
Speaking of Skenes, there was something I saw on Twitter where a kid ended up buying a mega box out of Target, and he pulled the gold Skenes auto numbered to 50.
That's awesome. I feel like I saw a clip of that on X or maybe Instagram or something like that. That's awesome. Yeah. I love it when kids pull big hits like that. We got this game used memorabilia card, dual bat relic. Aaron Judge, John Carlo. Ooh, there's a nice relic and auto. George Brett. Oh, they did the bicentennial deal in this. There's some cards that are numbered to 200, and they've got 1776 to 1976 on there. Nolan Ryan's got some big hits in there. I saw on Striker Breaks he pulled an auto. Nolan Ryan. Dennis Eckersley was someone that was they were talking about in this as well. He's got some autos because 1976 was his rookie year. So yeah, little bit more affordable product. A lot of fun cards. I kind of dig. I love when they honor the old sets. It's kind of, I love the whole nostalgia of it. So yeah, good stuff there. Last but not least, Topps Tribute came out as well. That is a little bit more of a pricier product, but gosh, it's pretty. I watched some openings of this. The price point gets me on this. To me, this is like buy stuff after the fact on eBay every time, because the cards are beautiful. The base cards don't hold any value. There's a lot of really cool relics in this set. They've got with the baseball logo, not baseball, the MLB like logo on it.
Hologram, yeah.
Hologram, so you can see which game they actually wore or used the bat or wore the uniform in. So I think, what were these at last? $550-ish. Oh, they're up. Nope, $750-ish. See, everything's up. Everything is
You're
up.
only $200 off.
Oh yeah, no big deal, right? Just a drop in the bucket. Topps Tribute. Oh, these are thicker cards. Beautiful, man. That's a nice looking card though. There, Dylan Cruz auto. Mookie Betts has got autos in that. That's a kind of a neat one with the shoes there. People are into the kicks these days. A nice man. If I pulled this card, I'd lose my mind. Derek Jeter relic with the pinstripe and the auto. This is what I feel like I saw more of, like dual relics. We got Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman here. $700 and some dollars. I can't do it. But man, for those that can do it, I'm jealous of you. That is all.
I'll be glad to get a single for a low price of $40.
Yeah, yeah. So cool stuff. That is what I had in the reviews. And I also, like I said, I watched just like 2 or 3 videos of Bowman came out. Some people got lucky enough to get it a little bit early. The set is beautiful, FYI. Yeah. I mean, it's got that classic Bowman look to it. I saw somebody open like 3 blasters. And they pulled, I almost feel like in each box they got a reptilian or a snakeskin looking. When I go looking at Topps or Bowman, like looking for the checklist, I haven't seen a list of all the parallels and stuff yet. I can't find one anywhere. So those snakeskin ones are not numbered. So I don't know if that's like kind of a replacement of like the Lunars or what the deal.
That's the feeling that I'm getting from it.
Yeah. So, but other than that, cool set. I think that's gonna break me out of my buying singles thing. I might go buy a couple of things of Bowman. I don't know what. I'll go to my local card shop and see what they have and buy it from them just to help to support them. But Bowman is fun. Good stuff. All right. I think it's time for a little hobby news.
Let's get it.
All right. I'm going to start this off on a real fun note, I feel like. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to Ped's Card Collector. I'm going to say it's been months now. He pulled out of a 2024 Topps update a Paul Skenes 1 of 1.
Yep.
He got it graded. I believe it got a PSA 9. And he auctioned it. I believe he works for this auction company.
REA, Robert Edwards.
So
Robert Edwards.
In case anybody was like, "Oh, why didn't he go to Golden or why didn't he, here?" Because he works for a good.
He works for a reputable auction house.
Yeah. So he got 5 figures on that one, which is awesome.
Trying to 22,800 to be exact.
Which all great things. He's a super awesome guy, super awesome channel. Definitely check him out. All the links to all these things we're talking about today will be in the description after the podcast after the show tonight. But then on top of that, Sports Illustrated did a article about him, and I've got that. I'm gonna bring that up on the screen for you guys now. So super happy for him. Sports Illustrated, that's freaking awesome. But there you go, sells for 5 figures, and showing a clip of somebody else. I don't know why. But there we go. The story of the card. About 5 months ago, November 23rd, baseball card YouTuber Ped's Card Collection was ripping blaster boxes on a live stream. And the card he turned over in the pile, he slid just a 1-of-1 Paul Skenes. So his video, I'll link the video to that and everything because it was awesome. And he was, I don't know if you watched it, but he was shaking. And that was awesome. So shout out to him. What's that?
And I'm glad to see he's not on the swimsuit edition too. We don't need that visual.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Holding the skis cards. It's like, no, we don't need that. We're good.
Good. We're good on that.
Congratulations, Pedge. Glad to see good things happen to good people.
Absolutely. All right. Biggest thing probably in hobby news this week we wanted to talk about was the Topps industry conference happened, and we wanted to focus on some of the baseball card news that came out of that. Let me see here. Big things that came out of that. The Bowman Red Rookie Redemption thing was announced. Again, I'm sorry. We will be talking about that later. Bat knobs, game used bat knobs that feature Top Series 1s will appear in Tier 1 products. Showed some images of that, and they talked about that at the conference. The Gold Logo Man is going to be coming out in 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. This is the all-new Gold Logo Man patches, which were worn by last year's AL and NL MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie Award, Rookie of the Year winners, and are expected, 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. The Dual Logo Man is coming in 2024 Topps Dynasty, so we're still waiting on that as well.
Excited.
Yeah. Dual Logo Man and they got autos on there too. So it's, to me, that's huge. Like the Logo Man's cool, but when they're just the Logo Man, I want the auto too. And the one they feature here, which I'll share with you all because it's kind of cool looking. They've got Ronald Acuna Jr. and Fernando Tatis. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
there as well. Also, they are going to be, let's see, Willie Mays patches, game used patches worn by players in honor of the Hall of Famer are going to be in Topps Definitive when that comes out in 2025. And last but not least, I saw a lot of videos on this week as well. They are standardizing the rainbow.
Finally.
I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts and comments on this. To me, this is great news. When I open a product and I pull a red, it's going to be out of 5. When I pull a gold, it's going to be out of 50. There were products where things were different for that particular product, and I hated it personally. Yep. Now, there's some people out there that are completely annoyed by this. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about it enough, or I don't see what's to be upset about. I guess maybe people are like, oh, now there's going to be so many out of 5 reds out of so many different products. I kind of feel like it was already like that, but maybe it was just a different color.
Probably.
I mean, we're already got tons of. We did a video a while back about all the 1-of-1s, all the products, all the different 1-of-1s for one player. It's already happening anyway. Let's make it simpler. And some people are like, oh, they're making it simpler for the breakers. Good. There's some breakers out there that are making some mistakes, and it annoys me. Let's make it simpler. The hobby's growing. Let's make it a wonderful experience for everybody. I don't know. I thought you agreed that like you were good with this. What do you think, Battle?
I mean, first off, what irks me the most is how anything that entails product configurations, product manipulations, whatever the case may be, they tailor it to the breaker. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The hobby is more than just the breaker.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They need to keep in mind, that the hobby has been around way longer than the breaker. And a lot of these ideas that we're implementing now or trying to bring back has been around since the beginning of time. If it wasn't broke then, what makes you think it's broke now? You know, I know along the line they try to change it up and make it give it the wow factor and everything like that, but just stick to the basics. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it, and don't focus on just one group within the hobby, because there's more to it than them.
Copy that. All right. I was looking at the collect article on the Topps industry. There's one other topic in here that I was going to let you take the reins on, that they announced there about Topps Platinum anniversary.
Yes.
Please.
So Topps Chrome Platinum anniversary. We've been talking about this now since the beginning of the year, maybe longer than that. And there were rumors that it's going to be nixed. There was rumors that it's coming back. And here's the real deal. Platinum anniversary is here to stay, with a caveat, mind you. And feel free to voice your opinions via email, Discord, in the chat, in the comment, whatever you want. Okay. What Topps and Fanatics plan to do with TCPA is they're going to alternate. They're going to release this product every other year. So what does that mean? No Skenes rookie, no Merrill rookie, no Churio rookie. A lot of people are going to have their feelings hurt because of that. But in my opinion, I would much rather have it every other year than no year period. Okay? Makes perfect sense to me.
I'll agree with that statement. I'd rather have it every other year than not at all. Because Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary is a fun set.
It really is. And, you know, you would literally have to live in an area where the population in that town is just you, and you have an abundance of it, but everywhere else, it's hard to keep that product on the shelves. It's like the moment the retailer comes in and restocks, give it about a half an hour, it's gone. And that was with 21, 22. I mean, it's a good product.
It is a good product. That's why I don't understand why they just can't do it every year.
And their reasoning for not doing it every year is because they don't want to saturate the market like every other product saturates it every year. You got your tribute that comes out every year. You've got Cosmic Chrome, since being released, has been hitting us every year. Flagship is another one. All these high ends. I mean,
so you think they're not bringing it out? You think they're not bringing it out because they don't want to saturate the market?
Because think about it. When they first came up with it, it was a 700 card checklist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was
almost.
insane.
I'm pretty sure you still got collectors till this day trying to put the base set together.
I agree. Agreed.
Let's fast forward a year. They said, you know what? The good idea fairy just hit me in the fourth point of contact. Let's drop it from 700 to 500.
Good. And that was a good choice. I think that was a good choice.
Okay. And I agree. That was a good choice because 700 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2023. Let's go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of difference in the set. Let's go ahead and throw some variations into it. Let's throw the city variation. Let's throw the image variation. You know, they don't want to keep adding to what already started out as an awesome inaugural set.
Okay.
But I can't find anything wrong with 2021 when it first came out.
Yeah. Other than it was 700 cards, and if you're a set collector.
If you're a set collector. Yeah. But now, because since they're taking the route of using all the vintage back borders, you know, they started with the 52, then they went to the 53, you know I'm one of them. I can't wait for the 56 border to come out. That's going to be lit because that's when the cards are actually horizontal.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that would be, I know. I hear you on that. As long as they do that set. So, okay. Somebody just made a comment that like really made sense. It kind of actually takes into what you just said, makes everything sense. If they do a lot more than just this product every 2 years, it won't make the product, it won't oversaturate.
It won't
all the products, and those products don't go away forever.
Exactly. You don't want to have a product overstay its welcome.
Because I miss Gypsy Queen, and some people don't miss Gypsy Queen, and I understand that. There's some people that could care less about Chrome Anniversary. I don't know who you are.
Now there are some products there are some products that they are beating us to death with that 90% of us cannot afford. Luminaries, Transcendent. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure we've got 15 watchers right now. Even with us 15, to include you and I, we probably still cannot come together and get one fucking hobby box of Transcendent. There's no way.
This is true. So, all right, I can be on board with that. What do y'all think?
It's not going away. It's not going to be as frequent as we would like in the perfect world. But again, I'd rather have some than none.
Cool deal. I got you on that. All right. I want to move on to graded cards.
Let's go.
Let me explain. I'm pulling up right now Gemrate on X. They put out some data on the April grading recap, April 2025. So fun things. Overall grading activity was up 8% in April. And if you're anybody that's been paying attention to baseball card or sports cards in general and grading, things are a little slower right now. People are upset. It's taking so long for my cards to get back from PSA, SGC, Tag, or whomever. That's because things are going well. Sports cards are doing good right now. The hobby is doing well. This is great news. This is good for us. We want the hobby to continue to grow. Otherwise, things like our sets that we love won't be making them because nobody's buying them. They got to make money.
I just have one problem though.
What you got?
Can we slow down with the Pokemon? That is worse than COVID.
That is the gateway drug battle. That's the gateway drug. Let the kids have their Pokemon. Shoot, right now Pokemon and I think like Disney Lorcana, they're probably making more money doing that than we're doing our whole baseball card thing. But I digress. All right, up 8% compared to March and 31% year over year. That number's huge in my mind. Yeah, that's crazy.
Definitely.
April results in a new high for the third consecutive month. Grading activity crossed 2 million cards in April, up 160K compared to March. PSA graded 1.56 million cards, dude. Up 6%, 29% year over year. CGC graded 341K, up 37%, up 37% for CGC. That's an 89% year over year. They got a record high there. SGC graded 167. I'm sorry, I'm just realizing that CGC graded so much more than SGC. That's that Pokemon effect right there. It's got to be.
Exactly.
They're down 4%, and they're up 2% year over year. So I got to look into that. CGC, people just mad CGC is taking so long. Is that what it is?
Now, here's the thing. Based off what you are showing as far as what is being graded for the month of April, for everybody who has encountered some person within the hobby that is saying that grading is down, grading is becoming obsolete, these numbers prove otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody has their own particular reasons as to why they want to get their stuff sent over to a company that specializes in authentication and grading. I mean, whatever people are saying, let them say what they want. Let them speak their piece. The numbers is what actually sticks.
Absolutely. And for those of you, I see it. Okay, I'm going to share a guilty pleasure right now. I go on Facebook, I look at sports card nonsense, and I look at what people post, and I look at the comments, and it's a train wreck. People are mean. Let's just say that. But for those of you that are like, why is my stuff taking so long at PSA and SGC and all that? I guess you weren't around during the COVID times.
The
when
pandemic, again,
we
you
waited
was
over a
waiting
year.
a minimum a year.
So they're going to get to it. They're going to get your stuff graded. If you want it faster, pay for the higher tiers to get your stuff turned around faster. And if you're sending in stuff that it doesn't make sense, it's just time to adjust or to calm down. Send your stuff to PSA, be patient. They'll get it around to you. That's just my personal take. Now, is PSA and Tag and SGC perfect? Do they make mistakes? Oh yeah. We've been there where stuff not getting graded or stuff coming back to us damaged or things like that. And I feel like in most cases, once I've contacted PSA, they help me fix my issue. Tag help me fix my issue or explain the issue, or they don't charge me, which, and give me an explanation. Now, does some of it suck? Does some of it need to be improved? Heck yeah. I wish PSA would do what Tag does with the showing the card thing, but I also wish Tag would grade more types of cards. It's just nature of the business.
Yeah.
Cool your jets. Speaking of which, PSA's new specials came out, and there's nothing really special. Just to be honest, they got they've got so many things they're grading. People are saying, why do a special when they're getting their money's worth? You're gonna get your best deals if you're a PSA member, if you have a membership and you do the bulk grading, but you're going to wait for it. It's going to take a while right now. Do you have any submissions in at PSA right now?
Currently, I do not, but I do have 3 lined up to go.
3 lined up to go. I need to get back into it. I haven't sent in anything in a while. I'm going to share on the screen here, but also speak it for those listening podcast wise, the PSA specials. Let's see. Regular service, $59.99. That's the special, and that's for Collectors Club only. So you got to have the membership to get this deal. 10-day turnaround. So if you got a nice card that's with a max insured value of $1,500, something to pay attention to. $60 might be worth it.
Yeah.
They got the value max special. This is looking like it's just for Pokemon cards to me. Is that what this deal is here? All right. I thought this was a cool one because we got a lot of people out there that get their cards through the mail, like the signed through the mail kind of thing.
This special with the autograph encapsulation, I think I could foresee a lot of TTMers taking advantage of it.
Yeah, for $17.99 a card, I thought this was a great deal. Max insured value $299. That might throw some people off, but if you've sent anything in just to get your autograph authenticated, I've sent things in like 8x10 photos, baseballs, things like that. Sometimes the cost of certain players, you have to go through and see how much the person is. Like a Willie Mays autograph is going to cost more than a
Ben Rice is going to cost a lot less than a Reggie Jackson.
Yeah. So $17.99 a card and you get it encapsulated. I thought that was a screaming deal. So if you can see in the image here, it does say trading card on top, but then you do get that certification on there. So that people know that the autograph is real. So that's kind of nice for $17.99 with a 30-day turnaround on that. They got Funko Pop autograph encapsulation. I feel like that's there every month.
They have Funko Pops on there for the last 6 months.
Yeah. And they got this at the end of the special here. They're talking about exclusions. So I don't foresee PSA having any like really awesome specials. And when I say awesome, I mean, we had some deals where it was like $14, $15 a card. It was the bulk value where you had to send in at least 20 cards and they would be certain years and stuff like that. I don't really see them doing that for a while until they get caught up. If they're,
this is their way of trying to manage the flood.
So, all right. I think that's all I've got for the news today. We're going to get into the banter.
Yep.
Did I miss anything about it? Okay, I'm going to get into the banter. We're going to talk about the Bowman, Red Rookie Redemption, and other things that might come to mind.
Okay.
So everyone's dying for it. Let's get it. All right, Bowman Red Rookie Redemption. In Bowman products, they're going to have rookie refractors. I will share on the screen so some of you can see, but basically rookie card, chrome, refractory look, and the rookie logo is red. So let's bring that up here. I'm going to share, and then I'm going to get a little bit of the details for y'all here. All right. They talked about this at the conference. It came out in a bunch of videos this week. Dying to hear everybody's thoughts. People are going crazy about it. Mr. Enfuego and I spent some time discussing it this week because I don't know if I'm just a negative person. When I first saw this, I was just like, what is this? I'm like, this is ridiculous. With these red rookie refractors, if you find one that first year, if they get rookie of the year, you get $100 credit fan cash. And when I first saw that, I automatically think of the Topps Chrome MVP buyback. Similar, but not. The MVP buyback, your player gets MVP, like the base cards were 20, and it goes up from there, like numbered cards, 40, so on and so forth. I kind of liked that. I had done that. I'd sent it in previous years, and you use the cash at your hobby shop. I guess I've heard of some people saying that some hobby shops weren't honoring it, so I don't know. This might be better in that sense. Fanatics cash, it might be better. Rookie of the year, $100. Okay. You have a certain amount of time to get that in, to get that $100. If after that time, if that player goes on to get an MVP or a Cy Young, then you have a certain amount of time you can get $300 of fan cash. After that certain amount of time, if that person or player goes on to get 2 MVPs or Cy Youngs, $500. 3-time MVP or Cy Young, $700. If they end up going into the Hall of Fame, $1,000. Everything's going up. Sounds good, right? To me, this immediately screamed like, "What are you talking? I'm not going to wait 20 years." I mean, we're looking at least 20 years for that Hall of Fame, $1,000, and in that amount of time, $1,000 is going to be maybe more like $500 or $700 to $700.
Yep, gotta love inflation.
Yeah. So when I think of it in the sense of like the MVP buyback in Topps Chrome, that's what I felt like that they were going where they were going with this with the rookie year. You get the $100. That's kind of cool. It's a real gamble going on from there with the MVP or Cy Young. And actually, I believe we watched Jab's Family did a really cool breakdown of this. I would actually recommend that video if you wanted. He went down and actually looked at players, past players that actually went on to get 3 MVPs or Cy Youngs and then getting the Hall of Fame. And do you remember the number on that over the last like 20 years? Like
it was double digits.
It was double digits?
Yes.
I thought it was 4.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If they met all the criteria, yeah, it was only
for a player to get rookie of the year, to get 3 MVPs or Cy Youngs and get into the Hall of Fame over, I want to say it was like the last 20 years, 4 players. So, yeah.
But now here's the where it's kind of rubbing me off the wrong way. I'm looking at the list of the potential rookies within this product. Okay, you've got Drew Thorpe, Jacob Wilson, Roki Sasaki, James Wood, the usual suspects. Okay, what is the likelihood now? Rookie of the year, everybody is free game. Okay. Now, what is the likelihood in somebody walking away with both Rookie of the Year and MVP? That's one. Number 2, half this list that's on here right now will probably diminish. Give it 3 years. Now, if you happen to be that hard of a gambler, we're talking 25 years, because granted, the requirement to be eligible for the Hall of Fame, you have to play a minimum of 10 seasons. Not many players just stop at 10 seasons and say, all right, I'm going to go ahead and ride it out and then wait for them to call me to let me know that I'm in the Hall of Fame. That doesn't happen. Okay. So let's just say let's just take Ben Rice, for example. He's got his Rookie of the Year. He's got an MVP. He's got two of them. I'll give him that credit.
Who are we talking about?
Ben Rice.
Ben Rice. He's okay. He's a rookie right now in 2025. He will have a red rookie refractor in 2025 Bowman. Okay.
Correct. Now, let's just say he does make it into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I am 46 years old right now. You think I'm going to wait till I'm 71 to cash in on $1,000 with a $500 value?
That's what I was thinking. Unless you're like saving for your kid, I don't know. The other thing that threw me on this was there's some rookies that have these red rookie refractors that aren't even eligible for Rookie of the Year. So there's people that are on that list that aren't even eligible for this. So is it just a cool card to collect, maybe just to keep, or
it's going to be a rarity? I will say that.
And that's another thing. I can't wait to start seeing some boxes of this, the hobbies jumbos, like to see how rare or not rare just getting one of these is. You know what I mean?
I just dropped the entire program listing on the Fanatics page into the chat. When you have an opportunity, go ahead and read it, go over it, and you make your assessment based off the information that you have on here. Because now that I think about it, if you look at the list of names that have rookie cards in this product, there's some with asterisks on it. And the asterisk denotes a player who was ineligible to win a 2025 Rookie of the Year.
Here you go. I scrolled down a little bit. I got it on the screen. So Drew Thorpe, someone in the chat saying he has Tommy John surgery. So he was already ineligible anyway.
Yep. Ben Rice is another one.
James Wood is ineligible.
Big Christmas. Brooks Lee.
Spencer Schwellenbach.
Yeah.
Schwellenbach, which big time rookie pitcher on the Braves.
So it's a safe assumption with all the 18 names on here, for example, 9 of them are only eligible.
But I just see Ben Rice is not eligible either.
Nope, he's not.
Not till I don't feel like this was I feel like this was a good idea that they just made bad. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like they could have put a little bit more thought into this.
To be honest, this happens to be one of those little military situations that you and I grew up on. Good initiative, bad judgment.
Yeah, I just feel like if I pull one of these depending upon the person, I'm going to sell it right now. So I'm an A's fan. Jacob Wilson, I feel like has a strong chance at getting Rookie of the Year. I'm going to hang on to those. And then once I do that, am I going to put it in for fan cash? I don't know. I'm a fan of him. Maybe I don't know.
The only caveat is whatever, let's just say Jacob Wilson does win Rookie of the Year. Okay. You can either use that $100 on live breaks on the Fanatics app, or you can actually go to the sporting goods store of Fanatics and probably pick up 3/4 of a jersey.
Yeah. I don't even know where I would use that at. That's close to. I'm here in Southern Oregon. I feel like I'd have to travel a little bit.
No, you could do it online.
I can do it online. Oh, I can go on Fanatics website. Okay, I see what you're saying. I could get on board for that.
But again, you'll be giving up $100 on 3/4 of a jersey, not a whole jersey.
Yeah, that's where I feel like they should have just ended it right there. They should have had the red rookie refractors. If this person gets Rookie of the Year, $100, because like the base like cards in Topps Chrome for you got $20, like $100. Oh my God, that's great. But now they throw this other thing in there. And I almost feel like that's like for them to be like not have to pay anything at all. Eventually, just something to think about. That's just where my mind went. That's where my mind went with that. I don't know if I have any other banter for the week. I do want to shout out on Instagram, Hobby Handoff, who I believe Doc's Cards from YouTube started this. But what he did was he just took a card. He started a challenge, took a card, sent it out to somebody, shouted him out. I'm sending you a card for free. Try to pass it on to the next person. Hoosier Pulls shouted you out. It's got a really cool card coming to you. Then
he you under the bus.
He nominated me on there, which is awesome. That's cool. I had a Don Mattingly I wanted to get over to
Three Good Nerds, I think it was.
And it's growing. I like this kind of thing. I want to share with you if it will let me.
And this is stuff we need more of on social media.
Hobby Handoff. Let's share him here on Instagram. There we go. 5 posts, 110 followers. Exchanging cards and stories. Nominate a collector today. I love it. There's a couple on there now. Definitely check him out. I will have that in the description so you guys can check it out. And I don't think I have anything else for this week in the banter. I need to buy more baseball cards. Every auction I tried to get eBay this week, I lost. So I missed out on some Jacob. I've been trying to get some Jacob Wilson and Tyler Soderstrom. I've got some nice stuff of them already from before they started lighting it up on the A's. People were sending me that stuff for free, which is thank you.
Yep.
And I think you got some good stuff this week too. You might be sharing on your channel and stuff you picked up on eBay.
Yep. As soon as it comes in, I will be doing a little showing of it, a little show and tell. But one thing I know we deprived the audience of, unless I missed it and I just blacked out. Next week we will be coming up with the top 5.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so
oh my God, I blacked out on it.
So just give us a pass for this week. Next week we'll get it all together. Okay. We just wanted to basically get some WD-40 on all the places that it needs it, and that's what this first episode back. Because you got to keep in mind, for those of you who have not been with us on the entire journey, okay, and we actually started this 2022,
I think, yeah.
Okay, and we was going strong, and then things happen. Obviously, life happens that one of us actually had to step away, and literally we was a couple of days shy before hitting the 1-year mark before the original Junkies actually dropped an episode. So, at least give us some credit.
Yeah, I totally dropped the ball on the top 5 cards of the week. We'll bring that back next week. Next week, the Baseball Card Junkies podcast will be at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, here live on YouTube. This episode today will also be on the podcast format tomorrow. You can always catch the replay. For those of you that came tonight, that are here with us live, I really appreciate you guys being here, commenting. It's been awesome. Mr. Infuego has the Baseball Card Junkies Extra Innings show on his channel tomorrow,
so you
Monday
can tell
night.
Me how you really feel?
5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for that. Yes, go. You really interacts more with the chat on that channel. Dives deeper into all the topics we talked about today, and but he gets more onto the whole baseball situation as well. First week back was a little rocky. I'm getting back into things, so thank you guys for understanding and being here, and it'll just keep getting better from here because we had a good thing going there for a while. So that's all I've got for this week in the Baseball Card Junkies podcast. You guys have a wonderful night.